Hello there, I hope you're well, and a very warm welcome to this little video. Let me know if I'm getting any better at this. I'd hate to think I was putting you through unnecessary torture, and I might as well save some money on the expensive film crews I get in to make them. I've been giving you my take on things throughout the virus and trying to offer you some reassurance about things, to the extent that there's a place for any sort of reassurance these days. Sometimes it's just not easy to find anything positive to hang your hat on. So when the pandemic hit, we saw big falls in the investment markets. Something like the falls we saw during the credit crunch, which is now over 10 years ago. Can you believe it? Over 10 years since the last time we thought the end of the financial world had come. I do often think that time is our biggest asset. Not our money or our investments or our pensions or our properties. It's time, and it really does slip through our hands like sand. More than 10 years since the credit crunch, 23 years since Princess Diana died, and almost 30 years since Freddie Mercury died. Where did the time go? Anyway, back to the markets. So we saw big falls in March, but since then, with a few wobbles along the way, things have recovered pretty well. In fact, at quite a few annual meetings I've been having with clients recently, they've been pleasantly surprised that they didn't have to look at their values from behind the sofa. The news of the vaccine has been very welcome. Could there be light at the end of the tunnel? The markets seem to think so. Markets also seem reasonably happy with Donald Trump saying goodbye, albeit kicking and screaming. Markets love certainty, they love stability, and they've interpreted the vaccine and also Joe Biden's election as positive moves. Now, I'm sure you'll have your own views on both subjects, but when it comes to your money, it's really about what the markets think that's going to make the biggest difference. How have you been adapting to things? Most people seem to have done really well. Other than seeing less of loved ones, especially those who are in residential homes, they've just been getting on with things. Although quite a few people have said to me recently that they're starting to get a bit bored. From my point of view, you'll probably know that I let go of the office a few weeks back. It was coming to the end of the lease and I just decided not to renew. I'd not been going there since March, other than to collect post, so it just didn't seem sensible to keep it. When COVID's under control, I'll reconsider things. All of my team work remotely anyway, so there's really been no impact on the way the business has functioned. I've always tried to keep the business as lean and as efficient as I can, so I spend more time helping clients. Sorry, I know that sounds cheesy, but I promise it's the truth. I've been doing all my meetings through the now famous Zoom and also quite a few on FaceTime, and that's worked well. It's not really as good as seeing people face to face, of course, but it's not a bad plan B. I'm also enjoying working from home. Life's just that bit more tranquil. Certainly it's business as usual at Brighton Financial, so you can feel reassured that we're not going anywhere. My feeling is that the vaccine could really be a game changer in terms of how people feel about things. I know there's lots of concerns about how quickly it's emerged compared to other vaccines, but I do feel it will breathe a breath of confidence back into the population and also into the markets. I'm hoping you don't feel as gloomy now as perhaps you did earlier in the year. I'm hoping you're feeling that we might be seeing a situation where COVID isn't gripping the world as it has been. And I'm also hoping that you're still with me and you haven't switched this video off. It's important that you know we're here for you, that we care a great deal about our clients and that we're always ready and happy to chat to you. Don't think twice about picking up the phone if you want to talk about things. I'll always have time for you. I'm going to leave you now with my best wishes for the festive season, whatever that might look like for you this year. I certainly hope Santa isn't affected by COVID because this year my list is pretty extensive. Anyway, take care of yourselves and your families, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Season's greetings to you.